Doing a VSR video breakdown on Nick Freeman. 18-year-old kid from Ogden High. I've been working with him a little bit. Unfortunately, he's already had Tommy John surgery. So I kind of helped him with an interval program coming back. I'm going to kind of help him with some training stuff and definitely his throwing as he gets back to playing. He's signed to go to a school, a junior college in Oregon. So anyway, just been trying to help him out. I'm not going to take a ton of merit into into what his delivery looks like right now, just because of the fact that since having Tommy John surgery, he has also had an ACL injury. He hasn't had a ton of opportunities to work on patterning his delivery yet. I think for now, the most important thing that he can do is start to understand the adjustments that he needs to make, which he's doing a good job of. And with the reps that he does have, being very conscious of making those adjustments through his throwing program. So there's some things that this kid does in his delivery that I consider to be elite. There's some things that he does in his delivery that I consider to be a huge discrepancy that is doing nothing but working against him, and I'm going to kind of go over those things right now. One thing about him is he has a live arm. So he has a good arm. That's why he was able to be successful and be, a prospect even when he was, 15, 16 years old. Now he has no choice but to clean those things up because of the fact he's already, had Tommy John, missed a few years, and now he really is just getting back into it. This is a really good opportunity for him to clean these things up. So what I was talking about with his ability to do things that I would consider to be elite is he's coming out of that position right there. For him to turn this over right here, the way that he's got it turned over, and specifically like his foot right there, that is really, really good. All right. But with how hard he kind of pushes through, now this is better too. One thing that he did way too much of, and we can actually still get a little better positioning through here, as you can see. Let's see, I hope I can get an angle on this. Let's see. About from there to about there. There's just a little too much laxity in his arm. I want to see him about right there. I want to see him at that 90-degree angle with his arm, just because it's gonna give him a chance to drive that arm through and take a little bit of stress off that elbow. The more laxity that's in that arm, it just kind of, as the shoulder axis rotates in with that arm kind of extended out, the hand just kind of lays back and that elbow just takes that force. So the better that you can kind of have that hand in behind your head. Now, I don't want you in here, dude. You know that. I don't want you like that. But I do want to see just a little bit less laxity, I guess, extension. So just a little more flex in your arms is what I'm looking for. Something through there. And just allowing that elbow to kind of drive up, which you already do, allowing the hand to lay back, and then coming forward. So anyway, really good job there. A lot better job here. He did not have that angle, and he was kind of getting too rotational too early, which was pulling his arm in. Just a lot of stuff going on, but the drive from this back leg forward is great. But with that overly powerful drive from the backside, I want you to see what it does to his front leg. There's no stability. As he drives forward, that knee just continues pushing forward. Now, he's worked on it, and it's gotten better, but look at how he ends up. I mean, he basically ends up like crouched over because there's nothing up front to stabilize. So there's no ground reaction force. So, he's basically recreating all of his energy and all of his velocity with his arm. And then he's getting nothing from the ground up. So going into this video, which he sent me, and you can definitely tell he's made some adjustments here. This is where he needs to be trending towards. So, I mean, we could actually be probably there. That's a little bit of a jump there. So we just need to be a little quicker there, dude. Not so much of a push and kind of drag that toe. As that toe turns over, right, or as that back foot turns over, we got to be in the ground right there. And also, if you focus on being in the ground, say right there, and your arms up at 90, it makes your delivery quicker, makes you quicker, more explosive down the mound. Okay. But here's this right here. We'll just look at foot strike for where he is. Nice, dude. Good adjustment there. Let's check out what we got. Kind of take you a little bit. Let's see. Coming straight into that shoulder. A lot better, dude. A lot better. I can deal with that. 85 to 90 is the goal. If we're under 100, I can usually deal with it. But really good job there. You can see this front hip pushed through. You can still see his shoulder axis from this side. Arm is back. So there we go. There's our hip and shoulder separation. Got this core just basically built up with tension, ready to just explode forward. So good job. Good job driving the elbow up. And then look at that front leg. Okay, look, dude, as long as that thing is stable, I mean, I know that you throw a Decker and I've showed you some videos of some guys. I mean, like Verlander, for example. I mean, that Verlander is like inverted, like that, like he's so flexible. And you're right, you do need to work on your flexibility, but as long as that knee is not giving forward, as long as it sits right there and doesn't move, you're good. You don't need to be there with your leg by the time you let go of the ball. Cool if you can, but don't make that the focus. So look at his finish here. I mean, and then look at the finish, or, go back and look at where he was on his other finish. He's basically crouched into a ball. So great adjustments there. You got to keep working on that stuff. Send me more video and I'll make sure that we are heading in the right direction. And I will see you this next week when I get back.